तमां देवीं सरस्वती व्यासां ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भगवती सेवया भगवते उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये
नमस्ते पङ्कजाय नमः
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये
नमस्ते पङ्कजामुनये
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमामिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजनाघ्रये
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये। Can we just speed up AC? Make it 22.
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः
नमः
all respectful obeisances.
All respectful obeisances.
Pankajanaಭಾಯ
Pankajanaಭಾಯ
unto the Lord who has
unto the Lord who has
specific depression resembling a lotus flower
specific depression resembling a lotus flower
in the center of his abdomen.
in the center of your abdomen.
Namaha
Namaha
obeisances.
obeisances.
Pankajamaline,
Pankajamaline,
one who is always
one who always
decorated with garlands of lotus flower.
decorated with garlands of lotus flower.
Namaha
Namaha
obeisances.
obeisances.
Pankajanetraya,
Pankajanitraya,
one whose glance
one who glance
as cooling as a lotus flower.
as cooling as a lotus flower.
Namaha
Namaha
respectful obeisance unto you.
respectful obeisances unto you.
Pankajangrahe
Pankajanagrahe,
unto you the souls of
unto you the souls of
whose feet are engraved with lotus flower,
whose feet are engraved with lotus flower,
and who are therefore
and who therefore
said to possess his lotus feet.
said to use lotus feet.
Translation. My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flower, whose glance is as full as a lotus, and whose feet are ended with lotuses. Purport. Here are some of the specific symbolic marks on the spiritual body of the personality of Godhead, which distinguish his body from the bodies of all others. They are all special features of the body of the Lord. The Lord may appear as one of us, but he is always distinct by his specific bodily feature. Srimati Kunti claimed herself unfit to see the Lord because of her being a woman. This is claimed because of women, Shudras, the liberal class, and the Dvijabandhus, or the bred descendants of the higher three classes, are unfed by intelligence to understand transcendental subject matter concerning the spiritual, name, fame, attributes, form, etc. of the supreme absolute truth. Such persons, although they are unfit to enter into the spiritual affair of the Lord, can see him as the Archa Vigraha who descend to the mental world just to distribute favor to the fallen soul, including the above mentioned women, Shudras and Dvijabandhus. Because such fallen soul cannot see anything beyond matter, the Lord condescends to enter into each and every one of the innumerable universes as the Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and who grows a lotus stem from the lotus-like depression in the center of his transcendental abdomen, and thus Brahma, the first living being in the universe, is born. Therefore, the Lord is known as the Pankajanabhi. The Pankajanabhi Lord, except the Archa Vigraha, his transcendental form, in different element, namely a form within the mind, a form made of wood, a form made of earth, a form made of metal, a form made of jewel, a form made of paint, a form drawn on sand, etc. All such form of the Lord are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, and there should be a soothing atmosphere in the temple of worship to attract the burning attention of the non-devotees always engaged in material wranglings. The meditators worship a form within the mind. Therefore, the Lord is merciful even to the women, Shudras and Dvijabandhus, provided they agree to visit the temple of worship in different form made for them. Such temple visitors, not idolaters, are as alleged by some men with a poor fund of knowledge. All the great acharyas established such temple of worship in all places just to favor the less indulgent, and one should pose himself as transcending the stage of temple worship while one is actually in the category of Shudras and the women or less. One should begin to see the Lord from his lotus feet, gradually rising to the thigh, waist, chest and face. One should not try to look at the face of the Lord without being accustomed to seeing the lotus feet of the Lord. Srimati Kunti, because of her being the aunt of the Lord, did not begin to see the Lord from the lotus feet of the Lord, might feel ashamed, and thus Kunti Devi, just to save a painful situation for the Lord, began to see the Lord just above his lotus feet, which is from the waist of the Lord, gradually rising to the face and then down to the lotus feet. In the round, everything there is in order. Om Jnanitimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sargijnatam Sahagana Rughunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishnavitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranami Haripriye Nilachala Nivasaya Nitaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaha Panchatattvamakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vanchakalpataruvasya Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shrunavadi Pashrata Deshatarine. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 22. And this chapter is very special. It's the prayer of Queen Kunti. And more on that, this sloka is very special in my life and in the life of many other devotees, those who are connected to his praise, Pankajangri Prabhu. So, here we are seeing that Queen Kunti Maharani is offering prayers, different prayers to Lord Shri Krishna. So, does Kunti Maharani suddenly started praying? Or what is the reason why she is praying? So, here we see that when we look a little back, so that time after the Kurukshetra war, when just a minute. Yes. So after the Kurukshetra war, Lord Krishna and Yudhishthira Maharaj arranged for 3 horse sacrifices, Yashwamedh Yajna. And after all the sacrifices has done, and when Krishna spent some time with the Yudhishthira Maharaj, the Pandavas, and the senior residents of the palace, and Queen Kunti was also present there. And then Krishna thought, it's time, now I have to go to my own kingdom, which is Dwarika. And at that very moment, see, if we read Mahabharata, the entire life pattern of Pandavas are full of troubles. There's not a single moment they are not suffering. There's always some calamities. In our life, when we have some problem, we just run to Krishna and say, कैसे कर रहे हो मेरे साथ? मैंने इतना माला किया है, मेरे साथ ही कैसे हो रहा है? But when you see the life of Pandavas, we are not suffering the tinge of the problems, the calamities. The way they suffered, the way they faced the calamities. And when we read the prayers of Kunti Maharani says, I want those calamities again and again and again. So why? Why it's happening? Is it of sentimental? No. So here we see that when Krishna thought to depart from which is the place? What is the name of the place? From the palace? Anyone? From where Krishna is planning to depart? Where is the palace? Yes, from when Krishna decided to leave from Hastinapur to Dwarika, everything is arranged. He meet with Pandavas, Kunti Maharani, everything is done, and he sat on his chariot. And as soon as the chariot going to move, at that very moment, the daughter-in-law of Kunti Maharani, not daughter-in-law, like daughters-in-law in that sense, like is the daughter-in-law of Arjuna. So she started running towards Krishna. What's her name?
Uttara.
Yes. Uttara started running towards Krishna. You see, in front of Pandavas, those who are father-in-law of Uttara, he didn't, and they are strong soldiers. They are they are warriors. They saved so many people. They have killed so many asuras. But still, in front of Krishna, she didn't even look at Pandavas. She started running towards Krishna and saying, Pahi Pahi Mahayoge.
Mahayoge.
Louder. Pahi Pahi Mahayoge.
Pahi Pahi Mahayoge.
Deva Deva Jagatpate.
Deva Deva Jagatpate.
Nanyam Tod Avaham Pashe.
Namyatam Aham Pashyam.
Yatra mrityu paraspara.
यत्र मृत्युं परस्परा
Pahi pahi mahayoge.
पाहि पाहि महायोगे
Deva deva jagatpate.
देव देव जगत्पते
Nanyam todabhyam pashe.
मृत्युं वधं पश्ये
Yatra mrityu paraspara.
यत्र मृत्युं परस्परा
So she, Uttara, she is running towards Krishna and begging for his mercy and saying, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin, you, only Krishna, you are the master of all yogis, only you can save me. It's only you who can protect me now. There's no one else who can protect me. And from protect me from what? So after all the suffering, after the poisoned cake, after the house set on fire, after so much disrespect, after the disrobe of Draupadi, now Ashwathama, before just this incident, Ashwathama killed the 5 living sons of Pandavas when they are asleep at night. And then, because Ashwathama is a Brahman Putra and he is a son of a Brahmana and the son of their Guru, so out of compassion, out of, you can say, daya, they leave they didn't give any punishment, they leave Ashwathama. But since Bhima is insisting, the Pandavas, no, we have to punish him. So they just gave a token of punishment of shaving Ashwathama's head, and they released Ashwathama. But you see, after that very incident, Ashwathama released Brahmastra to kill the only chain of the Pandavas, the soul which is not even born yet, the child which is not even born yet. Ashwathama released the Brahmastra to kill the son of Uttara in his womb. And at that very moment, Uttara came running to Krishna saying this prayer, Pahi Pahi Mahayogin Deva Deva Jagatpate Nanyam Tadabhyam Pashe Yatra Mitru Parashparam. She's praying like this, and at that time, Krishna entered in the womb of Uttara and saved the child. You see, Krishna is the only protector who can protect us. Without surrendering ourselves to Krishna, without the mercy of Krishna, no one can really protect us. Krishna is the only shelter. Without the mercy of Shri Krishna, we cannot save ourselves from the birth, from the death, from the old age, from the disease, from the calamities, the threefold miseries. We should eagerly take shelter of Lord Shri Krishna. And Krishna protected Uttara, and after that, Krishna started departing, and at that very moment, Queen Kunti started offering her prayers, and she is glorifying Krishna as you are Purusham Tvadyam. You are the only Purusha. You're aloof. You're different. You're not under the modes of this material nature. You're beyond this cosmic manifestation, and you are the only Purusha. You are the origin of all living beings. You are the origin of Brahma. You are the origin of everything. And then Queen Kunti addressed Krishna as Krishnaya Vasudevaya Deviki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. From this prayer, we can understand the mood. We should never approach Krishna directly. We should always approach Krishna with with taking shelter of his dearmost devotees. That's why when we do deity worship, we first offer our incense. We show the incense to Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, then we show to Prabhupada, and then as long we go to the Parampara, then we show to Lord Chaitanya, then we show to Radha, then we show to Krishna, and then we start worshipping. That is the mood. We should not jump onto the Krishna. We should go in a disciplined manner. Like Srila Prabhupada also instructs us, don't just run to read Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. Before that, read from the very first canto and step by step understand each and every sloka and then go to the step canto. And even here in the purport we see Prabhupada clearly mentioning one should not take darshan of Lord Krishna from the face. One should look at the lotus feet, then go to west, then go to the chest, then go see his face and then the forehead, and then that is the process. We should feel that we are insignificant soul. Krishna is Vibhu, we are Anu. Krishna is infinitesimal. We are only part and parcel of Krishna. We are infinite jiva. In any sense, we are not compared to Krishna. Qualitative wise, we are same as Krishna, but quantitative wise, you can't even imagine how Krishna is so great. And when we understand Srimad Bhagavatam one by one, step by step, and when we hear from the acharyas, when we hear from devotees, Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya, and what's the result of that Shravanam? Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naeshtiki. All the unwanted things from your heart, all the faults, all kinds of impediments, everything is vanquished from your heart when we constantly, Nityam, hear the glory of Lord Shri Krishna, hear Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the very basis, the very foundation of a spiritual life is Shravanam. It is very, very important to do Shravanam on a regular basis. And if I speak true according to Bhagavatam, then it's 24/7 we should hear the glories and the pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna and his devotees. Here you see, because Kunti Maharani is the aunt of Lord Shri Krishna, that's why she felt that may Krishna feel uncomfortable if I start looking Krishna from his lotus feet. So that's why she started looking from the waist and go up and then come to the feet. This is a very crucial point for us to understand, is that each an activity should be aligned in such a way that it gives pleasure to Krishna. It makes Krishna happy. It's not that, oh, this is the rule, I am very strict to this rule. No, we have to think, if I perform this activity, is this going to give pleasure to my Guru? Is this going to give pleasure to Shri Krishna? If it's going to give pleasure to Radha Ramanji, if it's going to give pleasure, then we are supposed to do that activity. And if it's not, then we should not. Like today morning, we are gathered together here for the morning program, and we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And this activity is giving pleasure to Krishna. And the same thing, if you gather together to hear some mundane things, it's not going giving pleasure to Krishna. So accordingly, we have to understand each and every activity of a life should be fully dedicated in the service of Sri Guru and Sri Radharaman Lal in such a way that it gives pleasure to our spiritual master, to the Vaishnavas and to the lordships. And by giving pleasure to them, we will also receive unlimited times more pleasure. Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada, yasya prasada naboti kutopi. By pleasing the spiritual master, one pleases the Supreme Lord, and by displeasing one's spiritual master, there's no way one can please. Yasya prasada bhagavad prasada, yasya prasada naboti kutopi. There's no place for that jiva in the three material world. So here, when we are reading this prayer, we have to understand that what is the mood of Queen Kunti, how she is praying, and how we cannot copy the prayers, obviously, but we can follow in the footsteps of the great acharyas, and we can follow in our footsteps, and we can beg for the mercy of lordships to protect us from Maya, to help us to attend the morning program, to perform our sadhana, even for performing any devotional activity. For each and every activity, we need strength, and that strength is it's given by lordships. And you, like, day after tomorrow is Balram Jayanti, and Lord Balram. The very meaning of the word Balram means the source of all strength. So we should pray to Balram, who is the protector, who gives us spiritual strength to perform devotional activity, to serve lordships. To Lord Balram, that, oh Lord Balram, please help me out. Please give me your shelter. Please engage me in the loving service of lordships, Shri Radha Ramana, and help me so that I can chant, I can attend Mangala Arati. We should pray like that, and help me to give me the intelligence so that we can understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Like this, we should always pray and hear Srimad Bhagavatam and chant as many rounds as possible. In this, I heard the tape lecture of Srila Prabhupada in this very sloka, where Prabhupada is emphasizing on chanting. We should chant. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. The impurities from the heart is vanquished when we chant. And what is the mood of the chanting? Srinadapi Sunishana Tarodapi Shahishnuna Manina Manadena Kirtane Sadari. We should be more humble than a blade of grass. We should we should be more tolerant than a tree, and we should not hanker for name, fame, and all those things. And then only we can chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare, constantly. And this is the only way. For advancement in spiritual life, the only way is that chanting the holy names and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya. That is the only way. The very foundation of spiritual life is Shravanam. So after Shravanam comes Kirtanam. So please hear as much as possible. Read Prabhupada books, hear Prabhupada lectures, hear Guru Maharaj lecture, chant your rounds, hear Delhi attend Mangala Arati, hear Srimad Bhagavatam classes, and let's come together and dedicate our life in the mission of Lord Shri Chaitanya, in the service of Srila Prabhupada, and in pleasing Shri Shri Radharaman Ji. Thank you very much. Is there any question? Or any comments? Anyone want to make any comment or any question? Otherwise we will end here. Anand bro? You have anything to say? Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.